somebody say thumper?
Hello everyone, welcome to Hazard Gaming. I'd like to personally thank you for joining me for my second video on my channel. This time I'm going to be covering Firefall. It is currently in open beta and has been in production for over 5 years, off and on. I believe it was dropped and then picked up again, maybe even twice. Don't hold me to that, but point is, this thing has been in production for a while now, and it's looking pretty polished. Here I'm looking at the different classes and kind of the customization and, I guess in quotes here, leveling up system that they have. Instead of levels, you actually just work to improve your gear, which is mostly crafted by you. I believe that eventually there will be an in-game auction house as well, where you can buy gear, but most of it is going to be crafted by you, and I'm about to show you the crafting system here. So here's the crafting system. It is pretty intensive. It was a little bit of a learning curve, but nothing you can't get past in, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours of looking it over. Not, consecutively, just every now and then. You'll get used to it. Anyway, you can build quite a bit of stuff here. Basically everything that you can do in this game can be upgraded through crafting. So it is a crafting and intensive game. Here you can see there's a refining function in the game. All the materials you get when you're out fighting stuff or getting materials, you have to come here and refine them. So I've actually found, for me personally, I'm sure what most people, is that I'll usually have more than enough resources to build with, but the problem is that I have to refine them before I can use them. So you can only refine 2 things at a time initially. I think actually 1 at a time initially, but you get a free slot. So 2 kind of initially. After that you have to research to get more, which does take a while and takes a bit of more resources and in-game currency, but nothing too bad. So this guy here that I was just looking at is this guy here is the station where you can upgrade your units as well as change out between different classes. There's another station that's just purely for changing classes that I'll show you later, but you can do both of these ones. This is the engineer class, and as you can see I'm playing in third person. I can switch into first person. You also have a secondary and primary gun. It just so happens that both of mine right now look exactly the same. They're models. Unfortunately, couldn't give you a very good view of that. I'll show you more later. Here's these gliders you can use. It's kind of a way to transport yourself around. There is a transportation system in-game, but it isn't all that useful. The gliders are going to be generally more useful than the other bits of transportation in the game. And you can get one for free, I believe, and lay it down wherever you want. Now here I'm using the scanner hammer. What you do with this is you go around and you basically just hit the ground with this thing. Somehow it gives you intense readings after that. It's pretty... I kind of want one in real life. I'd like to just hit shit with a hammer and say, oh wow, there's a whole bunch of, fucking gas in the ground here, why not? Anyway, you hit shit with a hammer, tells you how much is around there in terms of different kinds of materials, and then you can proceed to drop a thumper and mine those materials, which is what I showed you at the very beginning of this video. So here I was going to go to this mission and help out, and this is the other form of transportation. It'll take you places linearly. It goes in a linear area, one after another. So I was trying to go for this mission. As you'll see here, I was not quick enough, unfortunately. And when missions get taken care of in this game by other players, they disappear until another one pops up nearby. At this point, it is almost purely a sandbox MMO, in that you're not going to be able to go talk to someone and get a quest. You just walk around. Whenever an event is available nearby, it'll pop up and give it to you. So you can see there are some glitches in the graphics here. I don't believe that the gliders little streams are supposed to be bugging out like that, but to be fair, it wasn't doing that when I wasn't using fraps. Wow, using FAPS to record. That's an impressive way to do it. When I wasn't using fraps to record, it wasn't bugging out like that. So, to be fair. Also, deep water in this game will kill you, and you have a flashlight. If you step in deep water, it's going to kill you really fast. I hope that they actually make that a little less fast, because at this point it's almost so bad that you sometimes don't have enough time to react and save yourself by jumping out. It's a little bit ridiculous. As you can see, there are also jetpacks in this game. I see them as a blessing and a curse, sort of. I'll explain more later. But for getting around in the PvE environment, they're actually quite nice. So here I'm doing another scanner hammer, and not finding much in this area, unfortunately. But I believe I'll find some up here. Let's give it a shot, and oh, look at that. Actually, this is kind of shitty, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you how the thumpers work, because they're my favorite part of the game. They're the easiest way to get a lot of resources on your own. And here's what they look like. It's just a thumper that comes down the sky, like I showed you at the beginning of the video. And you can, basically, you have to protect them from bad guys that are going to try and destroy them. As you can see, you can play it as literally a first-person shooter. I mean, you can look down the sight, not on all guns, unfortunately, but on many of them. This is the engineer's little sticky grenade launcher. Just click to shoot them, and then right-click to detonate them all, pretty much like a shooting out C4. It's pretty fun. I must admit, it's a little bit ridiculous when you're trying to hit players with it in PvP, but when doing things like this, it is cake to just launch them all over everything and just blow everything up. It's great fun. So here I'm doing some PvP. It is ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. It just gets so intense sometimes. As you can see, the other team just came out of nowhere and annihilated me. And in this regards, I do not so much care for the jetpacks. I think it becomes very much a how well can you aim while hopping around kind of game. Because really, if you're using your special abilities your class has, they won't make a damn difference if the guy you're shooting at can just jetpack away. And I think it is actually, for me, a little bit game-breaking when it comes to the PvP. As you can see, this person is just, jetpacking around, having a hard time shooting them. I should be jetpacking too, but I'm not that good yet. I can lay down a decoy, as you just saw, one of a pretty good ability actually. At least adds a lot of survivability if nothing else. And now you can see I'm playing the recon class now as well. This is a sniper class. You have an assault rifle with a nice scope on it basically. That has a ridiculous range, but I can just hold down the trigger on this bad boy and it'll tear shit up. Unfortunately not enough damage to save my life. Here in a tight spot, and you'll see how I can use the recon ability to kind of save my ass here. Make a decoy of myself. Turns out that they don't even chase after me anyway. But, very nice for survivability. Coming around this corner here, I believe I'm like, hey, where's my team? Can't wait to help you guys out. But nope, they were all murdered instead. So I almost get murdered, and then I actually do get murdered. And then I basically kind of had it with PvP at that point. Like I said, I just can't get too into it as long as those jetpacks are so easy to use when it comes down to it, and kind of abused in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. I do like shooters. I play Battlefield a lot. I think I'm alright at that. I'm sure I'll post some more videos of me playing that eventually, but yeah, I have a really hard time getting used to just trying to jetpack and be good. So here's showing you my glider again. This is one that I believe I was given just by logging in and playing. It ended up in my inventory unless someone gave it to me, in which case thank you, whoever you are. But as you can see, you can cover a lot of ground with them. If you try to go too far up, the glider will freak out and pull you down, because you can't do that. You gotta steadily go down. Of course, the more down you're looking, the faster you'll pick up speed, and the more you level out, the slower you will go, and the more at risk you are of letting your glider basically drop on you. But as you can see, I was able to cover about 100 meters with this thing, and it's actually pretty nice for closing in on situations. And in here you have one of the missions. Basically, with these missions, you have to kill the bad guys in here. There will be an assortment of different ones, but for the most part you have to return an item inside to the outdoor area. So as you can see, when it comes to this grenade launcher, it's not the most useful thing outside of laying them on the ground, but sometimes the AI is dumb enough to just stand around and get the shit shot out of them, so why not? As you can see, there's water I just passed to the right of me. That's a small pond sort of thing in this building. Very quaint, very quaint. I fell in it later after this video and killed myself. I'm glad that I did not catch it on video. So here's just some more Thumper gameplay, me defending the Thumper. And as you can see, I can just switch out between these two weapons and take things out as they approach it. I can also use my turret. It'll take things out. It'll upgrade itself as it kills things. As an engineer, you get a turret. It's the only class that has them. It'll upgrade itself as it kills more things, and you can also get things to have them repair themselves. I'm still new to this game. Once I upgrade my battle frame, is what it's called, basically the class. Once I upgrade it, I can actually throw down multiple turrets. I think up to 3. I think it might be more than that. Not sure at all. But I can actually get more of them out there and basically become a turret. Play this game as a turret defense game practically, which is pretty awesome to think about that I even have that option in an MMO/shooter. The game looks quite nice too, and I'll give you a real good example of how they use awesome lighting in this game in a few seconds here. But I mean, I've been playing at night primarily, and the flashlight looks cool. The lights in the night look cool. During the day it looks very fantasy-ish. I mean, the gliders, like in this clip, are just awesome, and the fact that there's something like this in the game just adds so much to it. It's just not like a traditional mount. You can't just get on a flying mount and sheep your way over to somewhere. You actually have to focus while you're transporting yourself, and that's cool that you have to actually put in that degree of work. As you can see, I almost drowned myself here after that beautiful little flight. And here you can see the big transport vehicles. These can take you across the map. I took a short one here just to show you, but they look quite nice. Really, really nice in the night especially. Unfortunately, they're not that practical right now. They take a really long time to land where you are. I don't know how many of there are up in the air at any time, but you have to wait for them to come to your station to pick you up. So, kind of annoying. Anyway, the biggest thing about this game is that it's bringing together the MMO world with the FPS world. And I think that's actually a pretty big landmark. You know, I always try to play MMOs for that whole, I want that WoW feel again. I want that, oh man, I just want to get so immersed in this, and everything I do, I want it to feel new and fresh and make me feel like I'm actually part of this world. And, you know, I think that's around to a degree still, but I don't think it'll ever be the way it was with WoW. But I will say that these new things like this are definitely nice. They freshen things up quite a bit to be able to get into a game and say, wow, I'm not just playing an MMO anymore, or an FPS, but both. And I don't feel like this was actually even possible that long ago. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you want. I'll be glad to bring some more coverage for other games soon. So you ever just go on a foreign planet and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go for a walk. And you just come across a beautiful pool of water. It's just so clear you can't even see the water, but you can see the sky's reflection in it, and then you fall in it and you fucking go through the world and shit, and I don't even know what's going on right now. Son of a... oh, sweet. Okay, just a teleportation thing. I got it.